Here is the particle model. So the temperature of the gas in terms of motion of its molecule. How you can define it? First of all, if I consider any container which is filled with the gas, you know that the particles of the gases are further apart from each other. There is a large spacing between the particles of the gas. When there is a large spacing, and if I suppose that you increase the temperature of the gas, then what would be the effect on the motion of its molecule? And I can simply say that what will be the effect on the gas by increasing the temperature. So here when you increase the temperature, basically the gas molecules moves very fastly, means that the speed of the particles motion increases. If I draw here the diagram, by increasing the temperature, all of these molecules move very fast, means that the speed of these particles increase. And you know that kinetic energy is equals to 1 over 2 mv square. When the speed of the gas molecule increase, of course the kinetic energy also increase. So I can simply say that the average kinetic energy of the gas molecules is directly proportional to the temperature. When you increase the temperature, the average kinetic energy of the gas increases, and when the temperature decreases, the average kinetic energy of the gas decreases. So you can see here the effect of increasing the temperature in terms of motion of its molecule. The average kinetic energy of the gas particles increases with increasing the temperature. When you increase the temperature, the average kinetic energy of the gas particles increases, which causes them to move with an increased average speed. Because when you increase the temperature, the particle moves very rapidly, due to which the average kinetic energy increases. Even at the lowest possible temperature, which is minus 273 degrees C. As the temperature is lowest, the kinetic energy would be lower. So I can simply say that at the lowest possible temperature, which is minus 273 degrees C, the particles have the least kinetic energy. You can see here, even there is the lowest possible temperature, which is absolute zero. Absolute zero is basically the temperature which is equals to minus 273 degrees C. It is the lowest possible temperature at which the particle has the least kinetic energy. Here is the example question. A gas is heated in a sealed container. The volume of the container does not change. What happens to the molecules of the gas? So basically there is a sealed container in which you are heating a gas, and the volume of the container is not changing. What would be the effect to the molecules of the gas? Let's see the answer. Answer A, the average distance between the molecules increases. B, the average kinetic energy of the molecules increases. C, the mass of each molecule increases. D, the volume of each molecule increases. First of all, if I consider the gas in the sealed container, and then you are heating the gas, then what would be the effect on the molecules of the gas? By heating, it means that you are supplying here the heat energy, which is the thermal energy. So heat is directly related with the temperature. By increasing here temperature means that you are heating the gas. So here you are heating the gas means that you are increasing the temperature. When you increase the temperature, what would be the effect on the motion of the molecules of the gas? Of course, these molecules move very quickly. They move very fast. So when they move very fast, according to the formula of kinetic energy, which is 1 over 2 mv square, by heating the gas, the speed of the particles increases. Accordingly, the kinetic energy of the particle also increases. So I can simply say that when the gas is heated in the sealed container, the average kinetic energy of the molecules increase. Let's see the answer and the explanation. Answer is B. The average translational kinetic energy is directly proportional to the temperature of the gas. molecules when the volume is kept constant. So basically, the average kinetic energy and temperature, both of these are directly proportional to each other, because when you increase the temperature, the speed of the particles increase, due to which the average kinetic energy increase. So I can simply say that the temperature and average kinetic energy, both of these are directly proportional to each other. Therefore, by heating the gas in the sealed container, the temperature of the gas increases. So does the average kinetic energy. When the temperature increases, so the average kinetic energy also increase. Hence, the correct answer is B. So let's go back and see the answer B. In the answer B, the average kinetic energy of the molecule increases. So that's why the B is correct answer, because by increasing the temperature, the average kinetic energy of the molecules increases. Next, we have to see the pressure of the gas in terms of the motion of its molecule. What would be the effect on the motion of the molecules of the gas by increasing the pressure? First of all, you have to consider the gas in a container, just like here. The particles of the gas are far apart from each other. Then what will happen? You know that the spacing between the particles of the gas is very large, and these are randomly moving. The gas molecules move in any direction. So when the gas particles collide with the side of this container, then what will happen? They change their direction and rebound back. I suppose that this gas molecule has mass m, and initially it's moving with the velocity u. When it collides with the wall of the container, it rebounds back and its velocity changes and it becomes v. Because here I am also counting the direction. That's why instead of using the speed, I am using the word velocity, because velocity is a vector quantity. It depends upon the direction. So here is the change in the velocity. There would be the change in momentum, because momentum is the product of mass and the velocity. And if here is the change in momentum, it would be m, change in velocity, which is v minus u. So I can simply say that when the gas particle collide with the side of the container, they change their direction and bounce back. So there is the change in momentum. And you know that according to the formula, F is equals to delta P over delta T. When there is change in momentum, there would of course be the force exerted. So I can simply say that when there is the change in momentum, so there is the net force at the right angle to the wall of the gas container. You can see here, this particle comes here and collide with the wall of the container and changes the direction. So in this way, the particles bounce back from the container wall. When they change their direction, there would be the change in velocity, due to which the momentum changes. And because of the change in momentum, the force is exerted on the wall of the gas container. As a result, there would be the change in momentum that I already tell you. When the particles collide with the wall of the container, they bounce back, there would be the change in velocity, due to which the change in momentum is produced. As a result, there would be the change in momentum, and particle exert a force on the wall of the container. It is by the same relation, F is equals to delta P over delta T. When there is change in momentum, there would be the force exerted on the wall of the container. Can you define the pressure? The formula of pressure, P is equals to force per unit area. So when there is a force exerted on the wall of the container, of course there would be the pressure. So I can simply say that when the force is exerted on the wall of the container, there will be the pressure exerted by the gas on the wall of the container. What will happen when the pressure is increased? You can see here, by increasing the pressure of the gas, the number of collisions per second with the wall of the container increase. It means that when you increase the pressure, the number of collisions per second with the container wall increases. As a result, the particles exert more force on the container. When the number of collisions per second increase, the particle exert more force on the wall of the container. which in turn basically increases the pressure, because pressure is force per unit area. By increasing the force, the pressure also increases. So I can simply say that in this way you can relate the movement of the gas molecules with the pressure. You can see here what happens at the low temperature and low pressure. In the first figure, the speed of the particles is very small when the temperature is smaller as well as the pressure is low. After that, when I heat this system, the temperature of the system increase, due to which the average kinetic energy of the particles increase and they move very fastly. When they move very fast, they actually collide with the wall of the container very fastly and change their direction. I can simply say that there would be the change in velocity, due to which there would be the change in momentum, which exert a force on the wall of the container of larger magnitude. When the force is larger, of course, the pressure would be large. So I can simply say that in this way, by increasing the temperature, the pressure of the gas molecules also increase. You can see the length of this arrow. The length of this arrow is smaller when the temperature and pressure is lower, but it increases when the temperature and pressure is larger. It means that the speed increases by increasing the temperature. Here is the examination tips. It's easier for you to understand this topic if you think about how the kinetic energy is affected by the motion of the molecules, atoms and ions. So if you understand that how the kinetic energy is affected by the motion of the atoms, ions and the molecules, you can easily understand the difference between the solid, liquid and gaseous properties. Increase in temperature means increase in the internal energy. So when you increase the temperature of the gas, means that you are going to increase the internal energy, which is basically the thermal energy. With the increase in temperature, the molecules move rapidly and breaks their bond. In this way, they change their state. I can simply say that when the temperature is increased, it means that basically you are here supplying the energy to the system. When the energy is supplied to the system just like the solid, the bonds between the particles of the solid break and it converts into the liquid. By increasing the temperature, the solids can be converted into the liquid and the liquids can be converted into the gas. Simply, the change of the state occurs due to the transfer of the energy to the system. Here you can see it's a simulation related to the states of matter. Let's open this. First of all, let's open the states. Here you can see these are the molecules. First of all, I consider the solid. You know that the molecules of the solid are very closer to each other. There is a very small spacing between these molecules. After that, let's look at the molecules of the liquid. You can see the spacing between the liquid is very large as compared to the solid. And at the end there is a gas. The particles of the gas are very far apart from each other and these are easily moving. So let's go back to the solid. If I suppose that I want to change the solid into liquid, then what will happen? I have to increase the temperature here. So first of all, if I supply here the heat, which is in the form of temperature, you can see there is a thermometer which is showing the reading of the temperature. It is increasing. Now the distance between the particles is larger as compared to the solid. It means that's a liquid state. And at the end, when the distance between these particles is very large, that they start moving randomly, it becomes as gas, because the gas molecules have no fixed shape and volume and these are randomly moving in all directions. So I can simply say that when you increase the temperature, the solid can be changed into the liquid and the liquid can be changed into the gas. So let's go to the phase change. What happens here? First of all, you have to increase the temperature here. then what will happen? The spacing between the particles increase and the solid changes into the liquid initially. By further heating the system, the liquid changes into the gas when the particles start randomly moving. You can also see here the effect of the temperature. Let's bringing it below. Now you can see the collisions increases when the pressure increase. Here the pressure going to increase. By increasing the pressure, the collisions per second between the molecules of the gas increases and they collide with the walls of this container very rapidly, change their direction. So there would be the change in momentum due to which the particles exert a force here and there would be the pressure. So I can simply say that by increasing the pressure, the particles collide with each other very rapidly. You can also see that temperature is also increased because here by increasing the temperature, the speed of the particles increase, and by increasing the speed of the particles, of course, the average kinetic energy increase. So if I bring this back, then what will happen? The pressure is decreasing. You can see the speed is going to decrease and the collisions also decreasing. So in this way you can see the effect of the temperature and pressure on the molecules of the gas. Let's go back. Here is the exam question that appeared in October-November 2016. A gas at constant temperature is in a container of fixed volume. The gas exerts a pressure on the wall of the container. The pressure is caused by the gas molecules striking the walls. Which statement about the gas molecules when they strike the wall is correct? Let's see the answer. Answer A. The average kinetic energy of the gas molecules changes. B. The average momentum of the gas molecules changes. C. The average speed of the gas molecules changes. D. The chemical energy of the gas molecules change. So what would be the effect on the gas molecules when they collide with the wall? You know that when the gas molecules collide with the wall of the container, they change their direction and there would be the change in momentum. So let's see here the answer. There would be the change in momentum. It is because of the reason the molecules approaches the wall of the container at a certain speed and bounces off the container at the same speed. This is no slowdown due to any factor and the mass is the same. So here I can simply say that the momentum of the system is maintained because the speed remains same. But how the momentum changes? It is because of the reason the momentum changes by changing the magnitude of the velocity, by changing the direction of the velocity, or by changing both of these. In this case, the direction of the velocity changes due to which the momentum changes. Therefore, the momentum of the system is maintained because of the reason the speed does not change. The magnitude of the momentum does not change but the direction changes. Kinetic energy is a scalar quantity. Therefore, the kinetic energy of the approach and rebound remains the same. So I can simply say here there would be the change in momentum. Hence B answer is correct. Let's go back and see the answer B. In the answer B, the average momentum of the gas molecule changes, which is the correct answer because in this case when the gas molecule strikes the wall, there would be the change in momentum by changing the direction of the velocity.